There you are. I was beginning to think that you'd gotten lost again. What took you so long? Actually, if you look at the time on your phone, you'll notice that it is exactly 3 minutes past when you said you'd be here. You're late. Punctuality is important. How many times do I have to tell you that? Yes, I've realized that my telling you so hasn't changed anything yet, but I'm holding out hope that someday it will. Maybe someday you'll finally learn to show up on time, or even, dare I say it, early. I know that's not likely, but I can still hope, even if that's illogical of me. You can stick your tongue out at me all you want. The statement still stands. Your punctuality leaves a lot to be desired. I know you didn't come here to be lectured. You came here because I asked you to come here. But how do you know that I didn't ask you to come here so I could lecture you? Because if that were the case, then in a roundabout way you did come here to be lectured. No. As funny as it would be, I didn't tell you to come all the way here just to scold you over your terrible punctuality. So there's no need for you to be leaving so soon. You're already here. It would have been a waste of energy to come over here just to go back home immediately. Well, I actually did invite you over because I wanted to talk to you, but I promise you that it's nothing about how late you are to each and every movie night we have. Is that joke getting old yet? Should I stop using it? My bad. I guess I'm late on the uptake, just like you're late with everything else. No response beside that weak jab to my ribs? Your silence along with your actions speaks volumes. Your guilt grows more certain with every passing second. Still no defense besides pushing your elbow into my side? Where's a gavel? I'm the judge, jury, and executioner in your trial, and I've come to a final verdict. I proclaim that you are guilty of being late on several occasions, with the most egregious of the offenses being today's incident. Ha! So you finally admit to your crimes. Good. As you should. But to answer your question, what makes your fiendish behavior today so much worse than it would be on any other day, is that today, I wanted to talk to you about something. I know it would have been easier to call you, but this is something I wanted to talk to you about in person. It's important, and I didn't want to risk any miscommunication that might have happened over the phone. Don't worry, there's no reason to look scared. It's nothing bad. I promise you that it's nothing bad. I'm not upset with you. Nothing bad happened. It's nothing like that. Yes, I promise. Now please calm down. You look like I've just told you that I'm secretly an axe murderer. I hate seeing you so scared. Very funny, but no, I'm not about to tell you that I'm an axe murderer. Nor am I about to tell you that you're my next victim. Or that this tiny apartment is actually my slaughterhouse. However, I might tell you that I do have a blanket big and fluffy enough to strangle someone on my couch. But I plan on keeping that all to myself so you don't have to suffer that kind of demise. Does that reassure you at all? Well, if you're still that nervous, then I guess I'll just rip the band-aid off as quickly as I can. Here, let's take a seat over on the couch. I promise the blanket won't attack unless I tell it to. Would you mind if I sat a bit closer to you? It feels awkward sitting so far away. Thank you. Why did you sit all the way on the other side of the couch? You never sit that far from me except for... No, you've never sat that far from me before. Is something wrong? Oh, yeah, I guess I did phrase it pretty ominously. I mean, someone saying that they need to talk to you about something important is pretty intimidating. Sorry, I guess I just didn't think that through. But really, I promise it's nothing bad. Yes, really. I'm telling the truth. Do you want me to just spit it out so you can quit worrying? Are you sure you want me to tell you? Really? You're sure? Absolutely positive? 100% certain? Okay, I'll tell you. You ready? I know that you have feelings for me. Hey, wait, why do you still look scared? I mean that you have feelings for me, specifically feelings of the romantic variety. Huh? No, I'm not joking. You have a crush on me. I know it for a fact. Because of everything, I guess? The way you act around me, talk to me, look at me. Anything and everything in your behavior when it comes to me, really. You just show me how you feel about me whenever we're together. Sometimes even when we're not together. Hey, wait. Where are you going? Sorry, I didn't mean to grab your arm so suddenly, but wait, are you crying? Hey, no, don't look away from me, I just saw that. You're crying. Why are you crying? What's wrong? No, I can't let go yet. You're crying and you're trying to leave and I don't know why and I need to know why. What happened? Did I do something wrong? Was it something I said? Please tell me. I want to make it right. Please talk to me. What's going on? What did I say that hurt you? I didn't mean to make you cry like this. Please tell me what I did wrong and I'll try to fix it. Do you really think... No. Of course not. I'd never make fun of you for your feelings. You're my best friend, and it's fairly normal for people who are close to develop more romantic feelings towards each other. From what I hear, it's common even. Shit, you're still upset. I've never been good at talking about emotions like this. Damn it, I was hoping this wouldn't be such a mess. Can we please just talk for a minute? I think I need to explain. Please, I promise I'll say everything. Every word I'm thinking and everything I know so I can figure out what's wrong. Thank you. Here, let's sit back down again. This may take a while. Oh, you're sitting over there again? That's okay. I understand. Let me start explaining and we'll see how well I can explain everything. After that, you can do whatever you want to do with it and I won't stop you. If you want to leave, then you can leave. If you want to stay, then you can stay. Does that sound good? Okay. Thank you. So, where should I begin? Yeah, you're right. The beginning is probably the best place to start. Oh, I know you were joking, but for the intents and purposes of this conversation, I think that actually might be the best way to start. Alright. So, we've known each other for several years now, right? I mean, of course we have. I don't know why I said that like it was a question. We've known each other for longer than I can actually remember. I don't even remember how we met, it was so long ago. That being said, I don't have any memories where you weren't part of my life. Even if you weren't directly involved in whatever memory I'm thinking about, I know that you were still part of my life at that time and still my closest friend. As far back as I can possibly try to think, you've always been by my side, and I've been by yours. A matching set, the dynamic duo, an inseparable pair. That's who we've always been. That's who we always liked being. At least, that's who I always liked being. The person whose name always came next to yours. Your best friend and partner in crime. That's who I always wanted to be, and who I am. But the other week you skipped out on our movie night to go spend time with some of your friends that had come back to town for a while. Of course I'm fine with that. They're your friends too, and I wanted you to go and have fun with them. I'd be a hypocrite to say I was mad since I've done the same thing. There's always next week, and there was. We had our usual movie night the next week and everything was normal. But that night that you were out with them, I was just hanging out here reorganizing my room since I had some spare time. But while I was reorganizing, I realized something. I don't have... This is gonna sound weird, but I don't have as much of your stuff here as I used to. It used to be impossible to look anywhere in my room without seeing something of yours. Jackets draped over my chair, spare chargers plugged into the wall, pencils scattered over the desk, hats left on my dresser. You used to be everywhere. There was no place in my room where I couldn't find something of yours. Hell, I couldn't even open my books without seeing some sticky note with a drawing you put there months ago. But when I was cleaning, I found hardly anything of yours. I found 2 pens and a pair of winter gloves that you hadn't worn since last year. That's it. It confused me, because as long as I've known you, we've always left stuff at each other's places. It really made me start to think about us. I started to think about if you liked being part of me, like I'm part of you. If you liked how we're always seen as an extension of each other. People always joked that you couldn't talk about one of us without saying the other's name, and as we got older, that became an accurate statement. We were so close that it seemed like most people only saw us as a unit, inseparable, always together. It made it hard to meet new people, especially ones that we would want to enter a romantic relationship with. They would always tell us that we were closer to each other than we could ever be with them, and honestly, they were always right. We couldn't be as close to them as we are to each other, and once they understood that was the truth, they left us. It's why we've both been single for so long. But once I remembered that, it seemed to click with the fact that you haven't been leaving your stuff here like you used to. I realized that you were trying to separate yourself from me because you wanted to make yourself more available to be in a relationship. I won't lie, thinking about you trying to put some distance between us hurt. I even cried for a while. But I was still so confused. Who could you have possibly found that would make you want to be so much farther from me? So I started to think about who we knew and how you acted around them to see if I could figure it out. I tried to remember if there was anyone who you seemed to flirt with. I looked through our texts to see if you mentioned someone more than anyone else. I even tried asking some of our other friends to see if you mentioned a crush to any of them. They all just gave me this funny look and said that you hadn't said anything, but that I should ask you, whatever that means. But once they said that, it gave me an idea. I started thinking about how you act around me. I mean, I'm the only person who you've changed your attitude towards. I mean, it's not like you started to hate me, but you were acting different. You seem almost shy and nervous around me, which is odd, since we've known each other way too long to be awkward around each other. Unless, of course, something changed. And that's when I realized that you've been doing strange things too. You twitch whenever we accidentally brush against each other. I've seen you looking at me when we're hanging out, and you look at me for longer than you used to. You sit farther away from me than you used to, like you're scared of getting too close. That's when everything fell into place and it dawned on me. You have feelings for me. The reason you don't keep as much stuff over here as you used to is because you're trying to seem less like just a friend and more like someone who I would want to date. At the same time, you're also hoping that I don't notice your feelings because you're scared that I'll reject you, and that our friendship will never be the same. But I did. And now I know. And so now I can tell you that I have feelings for you. I have a crush on you too. Yeah, I have feelings for you. That's what I said earlier, isn't it? When we first started talking about this? Huh? But I said that I knew you had feelings for me and that it was important. Did I really forget to say that I have feelings for you too? Oh, no wonder you got so scared. Shit, I am so sorry. I thought I said that somewhere in there. My bad. Well, I think that I absolutely deserve those jabs from earlier for scaring you so much. Sorry, again. Hey now, I'm not that dense when it comes to realizing I have romantic feelings towards someone, just because it happened the last few times. Okay, and the few times before those last times, doesn't mean I'm bad at realizing I have a crush. Okay, fine. You're right. I'm a bit bad at picking up on my own emotions. But when it comes to how I feel about you, it's different when it comes to you. You've always been different. You're the exception to everything. When I'm thinking about you, it's like it's easier because I know you. I know who you are, and I know that you know who I am. And that makes everything clearer to me. It was easy when I started thinking about it. I like when you look at me, especially when you're looking at me like you are right now. You're looking at me so softly, with those same eyes I love so much, and it makes me feel warm. I want you to keep looking at me like that. I want you to only look at me like that, with so much love in your eyes. When I thought about you looking at someone else like that, it made me feel horrible, like I was wilting. But when we spend time together, just us and whatever we want to do, it's the best time I've ever had. I love every second we spend together, even if it's a shitty day. You always make everything just that much better. Whenever we're together, I feel like more. Like I'm my own person on my own, but it's so much better when I'm with you. You make it easier and more fun to be my own person because you make it easier to express all of who I am. I adore that about you. And the way you used to be so close to me, I miss that. I want us to have that again. When you would fall asleep on my shoulder or when you would hold my hand just for the fun of it, my heart would beat so much faster, but I never even realized that because I was too busy being caught up in you and how comfortable you were with me. And how comfortable I was with you. It was like we were the only people in the world whenever we so much as poked each other so we could whisper stupid jokes back and forth. Being so close to you all the time was heaven. I miss it. There's so many different things that I love about you that I can't believe it took me this long to realize it. I feel like a fool because now that I can see this distance that's between us, that's keeping us from being more than friends, I absolutely hate it. How can I hate something that I didn't even know was there until a couple weeks ago? But I do. I despise it and I hate it and I can't stand it anymore. I just want us to be more. I want to date you. I want to call you mine and have you do the same. I want to be the one who you hold, who you sleep next to, who you kiss whenever you want. I want us to be at each other's side just like we've always been, but now I want us to be able to say I love you because, well, I do. I love you. With all of my heart. And that's not going to change anytime soon. Yeah, of course. I mean, I want to be a couple. That's all I want. Can we please be together? Romantically? That's great. That's perfect. I can't even... Wait, can I kiss you? We can kiss, right? Now that we're a couple, we can do all that stuff with each other? I mean, if you want to. But if you do want to, please, can I? Holy shit. That was our first kiss. Like, that was our first time kissing each other. We actually kissed. Can we do that again? Fuck. This feels amazing. You feel amazing. Your lips are perfect. I want more. Come here and sit in my lap. I want you closer to me. I need more of you. It's been too long since we've been this close. This is how close we should be. I hated it when you were so far from me. I never ever want you to feel like I don't want you right next to me. Because that's where we belong. Together. Never think otherwise. I always want you with me. I want you all the time. I love you so much. I can't stand being without you. I love you. I love you so much. I'll never stop. I love you. This feels right, doesn't it? Us being together like this. We should have realized it sooner, huh? No. We can start a movie in a minute, just let me hold you like this. Just for a bit longer. Please. Thanks. I love you.